His work is widely respected and known around the world, and when someone mentions the name of H. Holden, they are talking about someone who is the real deal, an authentic cowboy whose passion shines through every sculpture and painting he does with uncanny detail.
Anything having to do with the West, that was what made me interested in art. My passion was just the West.
And with each piece, his goal remains the same, to reproduce a good piece of art that means something. His work tells a story and is always accurate and historic. Much like H himself, it's authentic and real. Now, he could have easily gone to some place like Arizona or New Mexico and worked, but he purposely chose to stay in Oklahoma because his inspiration comes from the subject matter, and he wanted to remain close to his Oklahoma roots.
That there's lots of history here, and the towns should use that and not be ashamed of it. Like some places, they get to thinking they're, the cowboys, and we want to be sophisticated. But the history, they use that history, people will appreciate it more, I think. And as far as tourism, it's not anything better than the history here.
H is also one of a kind because he not only paints, he sculpts. And while he studied painting professionally, he's a self-taught sculptor. And his monuments can literally be seen all over the state. His first, called Boomer, is in Enid. Later, that figure became a popular postage stamp. Now, when you walk into his studio, you are immediately struck by how comfortable it feels. There's a lot to take in, but you can tell each item is special and has its own unique story.
I like to see the things that inspire me, things I collect, use, things that are Western.
Now, between the two mediums of sculpting and painting, H says sculpting is easier for him, but eventually he'd like to be able to paint more. But doing those big monuments obviously takes up a lot of time.
And when I finally get a chance to go paint something, I almost had to learn over again because I've been sculpting for 6 months or a year, About the time I think I'm getting back at it, I say, yeah, I think I remember this now. And then, you got to finish that sculpture.
H and his wife, Edna Mae, have been married 20 years, and they're an amazing team. H says she's his best critic, but she's the first to admit all of Oklahoma is blessed that he chose to stay here and work as an artist. And while H is a quiet, humble cowboy, his work and amazing talent now and forever will speak volumes.
Oklahoma is so rich and so deep in history from so many aspects, and because of what he loves to do, which is the West, and a lot of it is the contemporary West, and a lot of it is the historic West, I don't think he could be in a better place. And so I think that's why he's felt so settled here and chosen to stay here. And so I think it's been good all the way around.
In Kremlin, I'm Dean O'Lally.